Adam Brayton, the Keswick Kestrel's custom Vitus Sommet VR e-bike. Let's have a look at some of the details. Right, first up, let's have a look at the chassis on this bike. Now it's all aluminium, 170mm travel up front and 160mm on the rear. Brayton rides a size medium and Brayton's height is
5'8".
5'8". The reach size is 455mm. This is actually quite a big bike to start with. Let's have a look at the suspension on this bike. Obviously he's got his own custom dampers front and rear. Up front, a Ohlins RXF Air Evo fork, 170mm travel. And on the back, obviously it's going to be a TTX coil shock, which you don't actually see much of on e-bikes. In terms of the details, obviously there's a lot of Hope going on here. Hope carbon bar cut down from 780 to 740. He's obviously got Hope grips in there. Hope V4 brakes, 203mm rotors, and look at the detail on those calipers. Clearly he's going to have his own custom etching on those calipers, 4 pots. Wheels and tyres on this Vitus Sommet. Obviously Brayton does not do subtlety very well when it comes to rock gardens, so we've got an alloy wheel set, front and rear. Hope's own Fortis 35mm rims. They're 32 hole spokes. Hope's Pro 4 hubs on there. And when it comes to tyres, we've got Maxxis Minion DHF front and rear. The casing is DD up front and DH on the rear, and they're both 3C, and that's a 2.5 tyre. So the heart of the matter, obviously it's an e-bike, and there's a Shimano E8000 motor in there, external battery, and but you know what, I don't think Brayton actually uses trail or boost mode on this bike hardly at all, because we just did a 5,500 trip around the lakes and I think he used trail and boost for about 20 seconds. Nevertheless, it's his own e-bike and he uses it a lot to do a lot of training, like in these woods here where we are now, his own local training ground. What about the detail then? A Sam Hill seat on there, a Reverb dropper post, 120mm, because as I mentioned earlier, he's 5'8". He's got a 50mm Hope AM stem on there, 11-speed cassette on there with a Shimano XT derailleur and a 34-tooth Hope chainring up front. As I said, 165mm cranks on the bike, but it's the pedals I'm interested in. Crank Brothers Mallet Enduros on there, which seem to be a bit of a custom size going on. So let's get the man himself in to chat about them. These pedals, they seem a little, something different about them.
Yeah, they are a little bit different.
What's going on there?
I tend to run the shorter axle, the Mallet E.
Right.
Standard, comes with a 5mm longer axle.
Because?
I just love cornering there, and I like to get that elbow down. So yeah, try and keep my feet and pedals out of the way a little. Yeah. So you live in probably one of the most amazing places to ride e-bikes in the world. It's got the highest mountain in England, Scafell. Yeah. It's the perfect place to ride e-bikes. Yeah, this place was made for e-bikes. And I see you going up a local hill, mountain, Skiddaw. How tall is that? That's like 3,000 feet, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, is it just over or just under? I should know really, but that's like that's a normal morning run for you. Oh God, yeah. I mean, you know, you can cruise up this in 35 minutes from my front door. Wow. So what exactly did you use this Vitus Sommet for? Honestly, pretty much everything. Right. You know, when we're training heavy in the week, you are too tired to ride your normal bike. You could go out and we could come in. You'd maybe do 3 or 4 laps and you're done. Yeah. I can come on this thing, be done in an hour. Yeah. And done over 10 laps. So you're doing your technical training on this bike as well, right? Absolutely. You know, you wrestle in this thing as well on some of them tech climbs. Yeah. It's almost like riding trials in some sections. So obviously climbing becomes a lot of fun because, you know, typical man wants to see what you can get up as well. Yeah. So tyres then, obviously the lakes is full of rock. You always run downhill casing tyres on this bike? Yeah, definitely. I think it's a no-brainer. You got a motor, so, you know, and let's eliminate the risks. I don't want to be up some mountain with a flat tyre. So the reason people don't run downhill casing tyres most of the time is because they have more drain on the battery. But clearly you're riding eco all the time because you're an animal.
I think this is the first first custom e-bike I've seen with a coil shock in it. Ohlins TTX, why have you gone for that?
Yeah, for me, no brainer. Obviously, some of these Lake District hills have got some massive descents, so
yeah,
obviously a coil's going to play in your favour for that, and I just love the feel as well.
Okay, loads of Hope parts now. You've obviously been in Hope quite a few years now, right? I like all that custom etching going on.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate at Hope. They spoil me quite a bit. Yeah, custom etching, you know, pretty special.
Yeah. Great, so you're enjoying the e-bike then?
Loving the e-bike life.
Good to see it, Brayton, good to see it. So that's it, thanks for joining us in the woods, the Lake District. If you want to see more e-bike, custom e-bikes, check out the one of Nicholas Voulios is Lafayette Overvolt. Also, Ollie Wilkins is Focus Sam Squared. That's it, don't forget to subscribe to EMBN, give us a thumbs up, and that's it.